Hello everyone, myself Vani Krishna, and this is day 9 of Git and GitHub Master Series. In this video, let's talk about Git diff. In the last video, we have seen the git log command, right? By using which we can see the history. But here, we can see the changes. Let us take an example. Let us say I'm going to create a file called file.txt, right? This is the file which I created. So by default, it is going to be the untracked file. I create some changes. I saved the file. Then with the help of git add, I will create a, I will move that file into staging area, right? Then later, I might modify the same file which is in the working directory, which means there are some differences, some changes between the same file which are available at two different stages, which are available at two different stages. Those changes we can monitor or we can observe with the help of a git diff. Hardly we are going to remember two different commands. One is a git diff and the second one is a git diff hyphen hyphen staged. What the git diff does, as seen in the diagram, it will display or it will show the changes between working directory and a staging area. The changes between two different stages. What are those? Working directory and a staging area. Whereas the git diff hyphen hyphen staged command will show the differences between the staging area and the local repository. What is the use of these commands? Before committing any data, we can observe or we can verify what exactly we are saving into the commit area or the staging area. Let us try to understand this with some simple hands-on so that we can understand this better. So first I create one a repository. I will say my first project, any name that doesn't matter. Let me get into the directory. By default, it is not a Git repository, right? So we need to initiate it. We need to initiate. How? Git init. I will show you. The moment once I do git init, initialized empty git repository and you see .git. So now git started tracking this folder. Now what I am doing, I am creating one file. I will say file1. So here I will show graphically also. So file1, I'm creating file1, right? And now I would like to open the file and I would like to add some data. Let me open. So first line of a data, let me save it, right? Now, where is the file? The file is in the working directory. The file is available here. Now, I want to move that file into staging area. By using which command? Git add. You can see in the diagram, right? So how to do that? Git, okay. Before that, let me show git status. There is a file, but which is untracked file. It is not tracking. So the moment once you move to staging area, the file will be tracked. Now the file copy is available in the staging area, but which is not available in local repository. So now let me commit the same file so that the file is perfectly saved in the commit. Then we can see the commands and all. How? Git commit, and it requires a message, commit message. So I will say my first commit, right? Done. Now if I see the git status, it is clean. There are no pending changes and nothing. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this file. Second line of data added. Let me save. Okay, good. Now what happens here? There is a new version of the object available, right? The same file with a different data. I will mark this with a different color so that you can identify the changes. But here, staging area and local repository, one version older, and in the working directory, there are some changes. Now, what happens if I execute a command called git diff? See, What happened? There is a change. What changes? Changes between working directory and staging area. What changes are there in the working directory file? There is one extra line exist, whereas in the staging area, that second line doesn't exist, right? Here, in this file, one line of data is there and that was moved here. Then there is the same file was edited and here we have two lines of data. Two lines of data is available here. Now, if I execute git diff, it will display the changes between these two files. I mean, the file in the working directory and the file in the staging area. You can see second line, no, this is the new line. This is the new line. Okay. What happens if I do git diff hyphen hyphen staged? No changes. It is not showing any changes. Why? The git diff hyphen hyphen staged is used to see the differences between the staging area and local repository. But here, there is no differences. Both are same, right? Okay, now let me move this file to here. Means how? How we can move? By using a command called git commit. Sorry, git add. Git add dot. Now, if I see git diff hyphen hyphen staged, see, what is the difference between these two? Again, there is a change. In the first file, there is only one line of data. In the second file, there are two lines. Earlier, it did not show difference. Why? Earlier, those two files are similar. Now, let me commit that file. How to git commit hyphen m my second commit. Enter. Now, if I do the same command git diff hyphen hyphen staged, there are no changes. There are no changes. Why? Because there are no changes across any stage. So let me repeat quickly. Git diff command is used to view the changes between working directory and staging area. And git diff hyphen hyphen staged is used to view the changes between staged area and committed area. I mean, like it will only display the changes which are not committed yet. And let me give you a few other minor things. It won't take much time. So here, let me edit the file. I added one extra line. Now, fourth line. And actually, there's a third line, but there is one extra line with white spaces, right? Okay, let me save. It is, and let me save those. If I say git diff, what happens? It is showing third line and a fourth line. It means it is also showing the white space, which is also showing white space. If I do hyphen w, see, git diff hyphen w, it won't consider that extra space as a change. It won't shows the white space as a changes if there is extra space, extra line and everything. When this can be used, it is useful when you want to view only the content changes, not the extra lines and all the things. Okay, let me commit this. Git commit hyphen m my third commit. Now, you have a different requirement. Let me use a command called git log hyphen hyphen one line, which display the commit history, right? Total, there are 3 commits, right? Now, you have a different requirement that you want to compare the latest commit with the first commit. You want to if you want to view the changes between two different commits. not like a staging area and a commit area or something like that. You want to check the differences between two different commits. Then the command is going to be git diff, then space the commit IDs. Let me say this is the latest commit. Then do a space, then the commit ID. Now enter. See, these are the changes. In the first commit, only one line of data exists, and in the latest, the third commit, these lines of data exist. This is how easily you can see the changes between different commits, not only between different stages. You can see across different commits also. Then, okay, I would like to show you one more thing. Open. So here, second line of data. So I will remove line of, and second version of a data means just I changed a word. So whenever you perform git diff, just I changed a word, right? But it shows the entire line got changed. See, second line of data got deleted and second version of data added. But what we have done, just we updated some content, like word, right? Not the entire line. So how can we check this is git diff hyphen hyphen word hyphen a diff. See, so actual thing is we removed the word called a line and we added a word called version. Sometimes if the entire line got showed, like got changed, you can't identify, right, what exactly got changed. So whenever you use a command called hyphen hyphen word hyphen hyphen diff, this is also useful, very useful. So here, this command, what it does is it will display the exact word updated which got updated. Instead of showing the entire line got added or removed, it will display the specific word or a words whatever got changed. There are n number of parameters available, but these are the most commonly used. And you can see git diff staged and cached. This is the older version of the stage. Both will result the same output. This is the older version, which you can ignore, and you can focus on the staged, which is the new version. And if you ask me few other arguments with git diff, there is something like a git diff hyphen nemstat, which will display how many lines, how many columns deleted, how many columns added, and how many columns deleted in which file and everything. Or you can say git diff hyphen stat. See, file 1, two changes are there. One file change, which is one insertion and one deletion. One line got created and one line got deleted. Total two changes. It can be added or deleted. But we don't all these. Generally, we use git diff and then git diff hyphen hyphen staged. These are the two commands which you must use in the real time. Okay, so that's it. That's it for this video. Let's meet in the next video with a new concept. Thank you, everyone.